Hello, everyone. My name's Angela from Angela Simpson Functional Medicine, and I'd like to talk to you today about a topic that is very, very common in the transition into perimenopause and then menopause, and that is memory loss combined with concentration and focus issues. And sometimes it's also described as brain fog. And it seems to be that a lot of women report this is one of the most common symptoms that they have at this particular time period in their life. And let's face it, it can be somewhat scary if you are having big lapses in your memory. Maybe you're not concentrating, focusing well at all. You're forgetting things as soon as you have maybe written them down or put them in your head. Or I know women also say often that they even lose their sentence and they actually just drop words. And it's not only embarrassing, but it's also scary at the same time to wonder what's happening to their brain. And the good news is that this is often something that is transient. It can come and go. And on the other side, once you have transitioned into menopause, sometimes this can start to go away. But what if it doesn't? And I find this is also quite common. And there are reasons for this. And again, it's important to be thinking, if this is happening to you, what is the potential underlying root cause? Is it just your hormones causing it? Or is there something else that could be upsetting the balance and not allowing your brain to function correctly? Because again, it can be quite scary. You might be wondering when it's going to go all downhill and you're not going to be able to remember a thing. Maybe you have family members that have had cognitive decline, dementia, Alzheimer's, those types of things that do tend to happen later on in life. But, it can actually happen early onset as well. So it's important to be recognizing and thinking about what's going on for us specifically and making sure that we're discovering the root cause so that we can prevent these kinds of things from happening to us. And what we can do is learn the primary root cause. And what I have found is that for memory loss in particular, there are some common root causes. And one of them definitely has to do with chronic inflammation. And so, what this means is that our body sometimes has levels of inflammation that are higher than normal. And there's several different reasons for this. I find in this particular time of life, one of the most common drivers of inflammation is high or unregulated levels of stress, and then potentially not having an optimal diet that can also perpetuate or cause more inflammation than is ideal. And what happens when we get inflammation coming into our body is it also inflames our brain. And so it doesn't actually allow our brain to function correctly, and it can result in symptoms such as memory loss. Another root cause that's very, very common, especially in the time of perimenopause and that transition towards menopause, is hormone fluctuations. And it does have to do typically with our estrogen and our progesterone levels. And more so as estrogen declines. When we're in perimenopause, what happens is estrogen, instead of just going through its regular cycle, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's really yo-yoing from month to month, week to week, even day to day. And so low estrogen tends to be what drives these symptoms more so than even low progesterone or a combination of the two. And so, why would this be happening? And is your estrogen lower than it should be for your age or as you transition through into menopause? And if so, one of the root causes for this, back to stress. It's one of the main reasons that women have either early menopause or symptoms that lead to menopause earlier than they should, or symptoms that can be more severe. So, again, if the memory loss is seeming very, very significant, and it's happening very, very often for you in this time period of your life, it's quite possible that your estrogen levels are lower than they should be for your age. And it's quite possible that there's something going on that's causing this. And so it's important to get to that root cause. And then the other thing that I find is one of the most common root causes as well is nutrient deficiencies. Our brain really needs some key nutrients to function correctly and allow us to maintain and obtain more memory, because we can actually, our memory can improve as we age. It doesn't all have to decline. It really depends on what we do with our body, and that often governs it. And so there are some key nutrients that really help with brain health. And if we have a gut that is out of balance, potentially inflamed from having a poor diet or having stress or a combination of factors over the years, we might not be absorbing the nutrients that allow us to have optimal brain health. So it's really important that you look at the gut as one of your potential root causes if it's out of balance for your memory, focus, and concentration issues. And so I hope this gives you some insight as to why this could be happening for you. I hope it also gives you some Thoughts about what you should do about it right now, because ideally you're not going to wait on this and just hope that these memory symptoms improve as you go into that transition into menopause. Because, like I said, sometimes it does improve and sometimes it doesn't. And so, if it is not improving for you, you really want to figure out how to get on top of it now. It's going to affect several areas of your life, and it could potentially be an early sign that you are on your way to cognitive decline slash dementia slash Alzheimer's. And you really want to prevent that at all costs. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to learn how you can optimize your brain health, your memory, your focus, your concentration again, so you can get your function back with your own life, potentially with your relationships with your family, your loved ones, and prevent something that could become a disease that could be quite detrimental to you and others around you, please let me know. I'm happy to have a conversation with you about this. I'm happy to book a free complimentary consult. I have 45-minute consults where I talk to you in depth about your own health, your personal situation, and really dig down and figure out how to get to the root cause of it and determine if it is going to be a good fit for us to work together to help you not only optimize your memory, your focus, your concentration, but optimize your overall health and wellness again. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.